Hello, and welcome to week 1 of the Guild of the Rose class, Metalearning and You. This week is called Learning How to Learn, where we will go over the basic structure of how one can most effectively metalearn. This class is based on the work of noted entrepreneur and author Timothy Ferriss. In his book, The 4-Hour Chef, he describes the process he uses to accelerate his learning of almost any skill in as efficient and effective a manner as possible. Now, when we think about learning, we should ask ourselves, what are we doing that is average, that is ineffective, as well as asking ourselves, what are we studying and is it important? The reason averages are a bad indicator of what we should do is, in a lot of situations, you have someone who's an outlier who throws off the entire curve. For example, Bill Gates walks into a bar and the average net worth of everyone there goes up by $1 billion. On the side of studying what is important, think about trying to learn a new language and just studying vocab words that have nothing to do with you. Nobody needs to learn the word niece in Spanish if you don't have any nieces. So we should view learning through two lenses. Is this method effective? Have you narrowed down your material to the highest frequency possible? And is this method sustainable? Have you chosen a schedule and subject matter that you can actually stick with, or at least put up with, until you hit the fluency point? Will you actually swallow the pill that you've prescribed yourself? Tim describes his process for learning as the DISSS system and the CAFE framework for learning. The DIS system stands for deconstruction, selection, sequencing, and stakes, also known as what are the minimal learning units or Lego blocks that you should be starting with. Selection, which is of those Lego blocks, what are the 20% that are the most important that will give you 80% of the results? As far as sequencing, in what order should I learn those blocks? And the last one is stakes, which is how can I create real stakes to make sure that I follow through on the program I've prescribed myself. Now, this is just the first part, but to make it as efficient as possible, he uses the CAFE system, which stands for compression. Can I compress the most important 20% into an easy-to-grasp one-pager that I can reference for myself? Frequency. How frequently should I practice? Can I cram? What are the walls or stumbling blocks I will hit? And what is the minimum amount I need to do on a semi-regular basis for this to be effective? And encoding. How can I anchor what I already know and connect it with what I am trying to learn? Acronyms and mnemonics are incredibly useful for this, but the more you can tie them together, the easier this becomes. Over the coming weeks, we will go over each of these sections and how to do so for a variety of skills. Please check the website to see your homework for this week, and check out the Guild of the Rose if any other material like this seems interesting to you.